We have waited long enough. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at this highly anticipated naval combat game. Of course, many years ago on this channel, we took a first look at a game by the name of Cold Waters, a game that allowed us to simulate a Cold War gone hot scenario in submarines. And ever since then, there have been mods that allowed us to play as the Soviets, and then surface ships, and maybe even some aircraft too, but it was nowhere near the size and scale of this. Sea power, naval combat in the Missile Age. Well, hello, welcome aboard. Good to see you all here. This game featuring up over 150 plus naval units and 60 plus original aircraft in theaters that include the North Atlantic and Persian Gulf, the Gulf of Tonkin, and even the Mediterranean area, as well as pretty much anywhere in the world, because you can create your own scenarios, and a few that are being made by the dev. Well, this is very, very promising, very exciting, and something that we've wanted for a long time. A modern game that allows us to, well, kind of take control of any of the NATO or Warsaw Pact forces from about somewhere in the mid-60s to about the mid-80s, and really go beyond Cold Waters. Well, there's many other naval games coming out, and many that are out now, a lot of World War II submarine games, and this game luckily does include submarines. But check this out, by the way, a wonderful encyclopedia that really reminds me a lot of games like War Game Red Dragon, and also the upcoming and wonderful game by the name of Broken Arrow. Now, I wonder, if you jump back for just a second in this video, what was the name of that battleship that was on the splash screen? Did you recognize that one? Well, for those of you who watched this far, don't forget to subscribe and smash like, because we'll be playing this game and much more of the features that will come along, as it will be releasing hopefully sometime this year, possibly a little later. We'll see. But anyway, we have ourselves an encyclopedia that allows us to go through pretty much every ship in the game, aircraft too, and allows us to take a look at all their weapon systems, and even like command the ship. Like, for example, we can fire up the engines and actually go forward, turn port and starboard, and take a look at all the weapon systems and other things that it may have, and read about it too. So there's a lot of cool stuff here to read about what exactly lies in store for something like, for example, a patrol 205 class submarine from the Germans, that type of thing. So you can go ahead and load that in, and if you'd like to play as the West Germans, boom, there you go. Now you have yourself a submarine, and you can take a look at what it has to offer. Now, this is a game that goes well beyond just this, like, hangar mode that we've seen before in Broken Arrow and War Game and many other games, where it is very nice, a very, very big plus to be able to just choose any sort of submarine or whatnot. Hell, even the Los Angeles class, like here we could take the SSN 688 and replace that, and boom, you can immediately have command of that. Very cool. That's really nice. And very cool that we can take command of it and see all of its weapon systems and practice, and see how fast it can move and do things in real time. And we could even, like, for example, plot courses and do things like that. And yeah, very great and handy tool to learn not only how to play the game, but also the history of many of these different pieces of equipment and everything, including submarines, and as we saw before, I think it was a cruiser there at the very beginning, but also aircraft, which we've never seen aircraft like this before, honestly. We actually have some, like, domestic aircraft that are in here. I think this is I think there might be, like, oh yeah, oceanic flights and other kind of, like, civilian aircraft that could go around. There's also civilian traffic for ships, but I want to take a look here. Wow, even we got some Polish aircraft. Take a look at this. Yeah. Well, look at that. Not bad. But what I really want to see here is, oh yeah, you know what we're going for. You must know. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, there she is. Uh-huh. There we be. Yeah. Yeah, that's something I wanted to see for a long time. The big O F-14s and the carriers and Top Gun and all these other awesome, maybe even F-18s, carrier battles. And the ability, to, of course, to use ASMs and anti-ship missile systems from submarines and other things like that, too. Everything that you see, you can use and interact with, and that's just really cool. Not to mention, we have all these different, liveries and paint jobs and things for the aircraft that are historically accurate as best as they can be, and very cool to see, and really quick to be able to switch between those. Now, I'm not entirely sure of how to switch between all the different loadouts, and this is a game that is still in development, so take everything that you see with a grain of salt. It could be 10 times better, or maybe 10 times worse, but yeah, certainly. Wow, look at that, helicopters too, damn. We got everything in this game. Now, of course, if we have helicopters, that means we're going to have some other units for them to fire at. Now, of course, helicopters are more than capable of firing at ships, no doubt, and spying on them and seeing what they're up to. But we can also put down things like Bofors anti-aircraft guns, too. So that might be something that if you're launching bombers from a carrier, they may have to actually deal with. So an F-18 could come in with a task to try to destroy a bunch of tanks and then come up against a Bofors AAA from Vietnam or something like that, or whatever scenario you're creating, you can definitely do that. There's even buildings in the game too, and this is a great way for you to create all sorts of different scenarios, even in the Vietnam era if you want to, and there's certainly a lot of cool little things to be able to fire at or against you and your aircraft that you launch from the carriers. So pretty damn cool. What do we got for big old bombers? Let's see what we got. Oh, we got, wow, look at that. The Tu-22. Big, mean, ugly. I like it. Wow, I'm flying over the cities too. Very promising. I can't wait to see what we can do with aircraft in this game. And let's take a look at the MiGs as well. Now, we will be seeing some gameplay today, but it is hard to look away from something that allows us to pretty much pick anything instantaneously and see how it looks and feels and functions. Yeah, that's really damn cool, man. We got electronic warfare aircraft, we've got helicopters, we've got civilian aircraft and merchant ships and other things like that. So what doesn't this game have, man? I actually want to see if we can find some tanks here, and then we'll get on to showing off one of the scenarios. That was just aircraft. Here we have land units. Oh, wow, we even have coastal artillery. No way. Wow, so you could plop that down, too, and create missions like that. That's awesome. Wait, air bases? No way. We can just simply... Wow, they've actually put in... That's impressive. And these are air bases for, like, Iceland. That's insane. We've got Soviet air bases as well, and you can actually see them laid out. So you could probably take this base that exists somewhere in real life, or did, and then plop this anywhere in the world too. So what if you had the Amari base, but somewhere completely different? That type of thing. Amazing. Let's see if we can find some tanks, though. I want to see some Abrams, because that also could be something you could blow up if you're playing as the Soviets. Here we have MBTs. That's what we're looking for. There you go. A couple of Abrams ready to go. Not too bad. Now, again, this is a naval game, right? This is about flying aircraft over enemy targets and or enemy ships and blowing them up. So, yeah, a little low poly, honestly. But, yeah, the real attention is with the ships. So let's take a look and compare that real quick. I can't believe we have literally frickin' air bases that we can put down, or radar sites. Look at, wow, look at that. Isn't that amazing? That's what we're all here to see, right? No, not really. But one last thing. Let's take a peek at a ship, right? And compare the two. Let's take a surface ship. And maybe we'll find, I don't know, Oliver Hazard Perry, or, well, let's go with a missile cruiser and see if we can find a Virginia class. There we go. Something American to take a peek at there, brother. Hell yeah. And then, of course, we can fire all these missiles off. Here, Ticonderoga. Nice. Ah, there we go. Wait, where was it? Yes, Kirov. That's a big one right there. Woo-hoo. Sank many of these in cold water, so it'll be cool to do that again. And I love how we can actually see under the ships, too. And so you can pretty much, like, simulate cold waters right off the bat. So, anyway, let's return to the main menu. We're done here. There's tons and tons of stuff to do. You could probably spend hours and hours here looking at all the different information and weapon systems and different versions of ships that have been modernized and refit, all that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and jump out of here and get back to the show. So the game will be having a tutorial eventually. We don't really have much here except for like kind of on rails tutorial for the time being, but in the future there'll be things like how to command your fleets, how to read the map, how to refit, refuel, how to move, how to basically play the game, that kind of stuff. So a lot of cool stuff to look forward to in the future for everybody who might not know how to play. If you're a veteran in the Navy or Air Force or whatnot, or just a fan, certainly a lot of things that you'll need to learn in order to play the game, or maybe possibly relive from days of yore. We also have a mission editor for this, so as I mentioned, yep, you can pretty much create a modern Navy versus Vietnam, like what would happen if a Navy of, well, let's say not modern, but, you know, the most modern. When I say that, I mean the most latest in the timeline of the late 80s versus like the early days of Vietnam. But we have scenarios here, and we have a lot of cool missions that we can actually play through. So we got custom missions that you can create. That I've created one that just bams in a bunch of ships to see exactly what happens. But we've got a lot of historical battles, like for example, well, actually some of them that recreate historic-like scenarios or what-if scenarios. But then there's also classics like a subdual. Now, I'd love to start with something like that, but let's go ahead and start with something along the lines of maybe valuable target here. A small Soviet battle group is sent to intercept a NATO cargo vessel transporting very valuable cargo. Imagine that. Let's go ahead and play that. Beautiful loading screens, of course, a fully simulated day and night cycle as well, and can play in real time if you wanted to. So we'll, of course, have some mission briefings here. And I'm not going to be doing any sort of real mission completion here unless it's very, very, like, painfully simple. And in this case, it kind of is. We'll be attacked by enemy aircraft shortly, but there's a NATO ship and fleet around here somewhere. We must destroy at least the ship that's hauling valuable cargo. Who knows what it is, but could be Soviet secrets. I don't know. Yeah, so we need to be on the lookout for aircraft and submarines, and of course, as you'd imagine, we can control all of these ships from here on our tactical display. So we can take command of any of these ships and jump to them instantaneously. We can see their weapon systems or what they're running down here. Like, for example, we have active VDS sonar, and we even... Oh. Uh-oh, radar contact. Let's go ahead and weapons free on anything that comes near us. Hold on a second. I'm going to go ahead and update all that. And we can even, if we find the enemy, we can click on them too and kind of take a look at the incoming torpedoes and other things like that. Oh, look at that. We can even prepare a ASW Hunter if we want to, and prepare a helicopter to go out and look for some friends. What time is it right now? It looks like we're approaching almost, we're getting closer to 6 a.m. And, ooh, that is pretty. Very cool looking game, for sure. Take a look at that. So, I'm not going to do much here. I'm going to just let weapons be free, and I think we've got a course directly towards our target, so I'm going to go up to maybe times 30, I think is maybe our maximum. No, times 50. Let's not go too insane. But anyway, our ships are going to spot enemy aircraft coming in, and, oh, they're already on their way. Where's our other ship? There she is. Oh, look at that. The sun coming up in the background. Beautiful. So the Navy comms is reporting a lot of enemy aircraft, possibly enemy submarines, and possibly enemy ships. We have radar echoes, very large. Let's see exactly what that could be. Can't see what that is at the moment. Oh boy, we're about to see, look at that, the sun coming up. We're about to see Sea Whiz firing off close in weapons systems very shortly. And we're just making a beeline over there to see what's going on. Alright, looks like we found some maybe possible ships out here too. Oh, we would see some aircraft by now. Oh, here we go. Good, missiles away. Alright, so enemy aircraft are already attacking us. The ship's moving into a defensive stance. Now I believe we can click on this missile here. I think we can. We could do it with the torpedoes, but that looks amazingly cool, though. We could, or should be able to track the missiles heading towards the aircraft that are out there. Damn. Well, let's go ahead now and pause and watch. So any aircraft missiles maybe we can't track, but anti-ship missiles we should be able to. Oh, I think I could see enemy ships out there. We have an enemy ship all the way out there. Then anti-ship missile. Oh man, I want to be able to see those going in. Oh, those are totally ASMs. Ah, there we are. Okay, so we could track missiles via the radar system. So, unfortunately for us, we've got an enemy missile incoming. Look at that. And we're firing ASMs back and forth. So there you go, combat in the modern age. And look at this. Insane. The amount of fire. That looks so cool. That is definitely going to be a good hit for them. Unless... Oh! Ah, the cheese whiz paying off. Well, we've got more missiles incoming. That was close. Wow, a lot of missiles incoming. They're definitely going to break through that net. No way! We're deflecting missiles like crazy. There's a lot of missiles coming. We've been firing some missiles too, but not as much as the enemy. Let's see if we can get a hit somewhere. This is what's firing at us right here. The enemy fleet. And some other ships that we can't quite identify at the moment. Look at that. May have been an AA missile there. Or are those firing torpedoes? Wow, back and forth between the two fleets. This is quite exciting, actually. We haven't been walloped by aircraft as I was suspecting, but that doesn't mean they're not on the way. Ooh, big hits. Soviet Navy taking quite a few hits there on the side. Big damage. A couple of those missiles making it through. This is great, the free camera. Oh, there we go. Oh, they shot it down right in the air. Great music here. All right, another anti-ship missile going out. Bobbing and weaving. Oh, that's going to be a hit. Wow, it sure was. Big damage. That could be... Oh, and look at this. Yes, exactly what I was expecting, too. Yep, even in the encyclopedia, you could see the, like a 1-man, 12-man, or however many man, like, rafts. And they've abandoned ship. That's crazy. Wow, more missiles coming in for the enemy. I don't think we've lost a ship, but we've taken incredible damage. That might be the NATO vessel that we need to destroy that has a high-value target. Wow. Oh, and there you go. Look at that. It is loaded with Bradleys and Humvees. That is the President Grant. Well, here goes 50 bucks. That ship is on fire and stopping. Any more missiles going out? No, more missiles coming in, though, for the enemy. Wow, some of these crazy weapon systems. This, I believe, might be carrying a torpedo? No way. Some of these I haven't even seen before. Most of my knowledge of naval warfare for the Cold War does come from cold waters, believe it or not, kind of inspiring me to look up a few things that I didn't even know existed and or weapons that were made, you know, after World War II and improved. But some of these anti-ship weapon systems like this are insane. Wow, I wish that, whatever the hell that was, it looked like a torpedo. I wish that would have actually been able to deploy its weapon. Looks like it just kind of exploded, but yeah, that ain't going nowhere. And that ship has got to be sunk as well, or is sinking. Ooh, yeah. Oh, wow. Alright, well, I think we succeeded in our mission. That is amazing. Look at that. Wow. I was expecting this to be a short show, boys, but look at that. Looks like another ship that's been abandoned. Tough day. One more enemy ship is out there. Much more detail on this ship than on the tanks, for sure. Guns firing off. Hey, mission complete. Well done, Commander. Target's been destroyed. Yeah, I didn't even have to do anything. I just told our ships to go on free fire, and there you go. So they were able to successfully destroy that NATO ship. But they're not all going to be that easy. This one was apparently a tier 2. I didn't even give a single order, I don't think. Alright, so now time for a sub hunt. Let's go ahead and see if we can find our friends, quote unquote. We'll speed up to 10 knots. Speed up our time to about 30. And we'll kind of just wait and see what happens. Looking for an Alpha class Soviet sub. We'll see what happens here. We should find a friend soon.
New passive contact. Designate track 7001. Contact faded. Track 7001.
Getting close.
Track 700.
Oh, he's turning away.
7001 is classified hostile. Subvert submarine.
Alpha class sub is attempting to flee. It's about 6.2 nautical miles away. Oh, there he is, boys. So that Alpha sub is definitely heading away. But might try to pull a crazy Ivan and do a turn and burn on us. He definitely knows we're here. Alright, weapons free. Shoot tube 1.
Weapon away. Track 7001.
Oh, look at that. Sub in the background. Here comes the torpedo. They're going to definitely launch a noisemaker. Oh, are they? They may be trying to head to the surface here. They're at 110 feet. Oh, look at that. Oh, they're trying to surface. Oh, they're trying to get the hell out of there. Okay, periscope depth. You're not going to find the torpedo up there. They're now at just 35 feet. Oh, this is going to be very bad for them. I think it's a little too late for them. Now, the Soviets are about to have what you call a bad time. Probably going to hit right around here. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Quite the sight. Oh, looks like we're going for the rear section. Wow. Huge explosion above the surface. We were undamaged. Unfortunately, I was hoping to see that thing sink, but we got him, damn it. We got him. And now a little anti-submarine warfare. So, of course, we can always activate our sonar if we want to. We already know we're hunting. So, you know, you can deploy all sorts of different methods to search for submarines, aircraft, and more. So we can go with our active sonar VDS or active sonar here and go in all sorts of different directions. The enemy is more than likely out there. I think it's probably a Los Angeles class. What year is it? 85. So likely we're fighting somebody pretty tough. So let's go to active sonar. And we'll just kind of search. More than likely the enemy's going to kill us if we don't do anything, but we'll just let them kind of go into their search patterns. And it's about, what, almost 6 a.m.? Oh, we're just north of... was it Archangelisk or whatever? Wait, this is weird. What the hell is this? Damn, Soviets have been busy doing some crazy construction here. Now keep in mind, this game does allow you to pretty much go along any coast. The whole Earth is rendered here, as well as zooming into just random deserts and such. So it's not just naval. There is ground missions too, where of course you can get your Navy somewhere close to a target. Let's say you're going to go blow up Denmark, as the Soviets take over the Lego industry. Uh-oh. You're back in the fight. But yeah, you can do that if you want to. Ooh, nice. Are we getting hit by torpedoes? No, we couldn't have. I think we're dropping. Actually, honestly, I don't know what they're saying. Let's see. New passive contact. Well, let's put everybody on weapons free. Let's see if we can find a submarine. Great music here. Definitely gives me the 80s vibes for sure. I wonder if it's different based on the you know, the year. Oh, here comes a torpedo. I would imagine though that the 80s probably and the 70s and 60s all have the same soundtrack, which is just this, which is kind of more 80s, but I think that's when a lot of people would be playing, is somewhere around maybe 1978 to 1985. Oh. Torpedo inbound, we got rid of that. Or evaded successfully. Are we firing hedgehogs here? I wish they would actually list that. I don't think they did. Oh, they are. Or... Yep. Oh, does it show the... Oh, it shows the range, though, of the weapon. Very nice. Very cool. Damn, that looks really good. They've got so much coming for this game, too. You know, they're focusing on realism and strategic depth in a Cold War atmosphere, and a big O arsenal for all the different factions, you know. Looks really good, not to mention a fully simulated Earth. Yeah, we definitely dodged that torpedo, didn't we? Yeah, not... Yeah, there's no damage at all that we've taken there. Sweet. Totally got away. I think there's a little scratch here. We'll definitely buff that out. But as they mentioned, this is a very dangerous adversary, so it is likely that we are to lose a ship, maybe two, in a fight like this. Let's just speed things up a little bit more. And then I want to show everyone some aircraft battles. We got to see some aircraft in this game. But likely we could easily destroy the sub and not really see much from it. But still, the fact that we could do it is pretty damn cool. Good morning, Vietnam. Yeah, so now we're going along the coast of Vietnam here in order to destroy some targets. They're sending some troops down the highway. So we're going to destroy anything like docks or any sort of docked ships, oil depots, fuel reserves, anything like that. And the enemy may send out some aircraft for us, so we'll see something like that. Let's go ahead and speed things up just to see. And yeah, I like these scenarios so far. I certainly want to see a lot more, especially those where we're launching F-14s off of carrier decks and F-18s, and that'll be really damn cool. Oh boy. And we're starting to see some aircraft already. Oh wow, taking a lot of hits there. There you go, MiG-17s.
Multiple hostile contacts.
Splash
Oh, nice.
0, 1, 2.
Enemy aircraft down. Wing blown off, too. Very cool. MiG's now trying to fly around and evade missiles. Very cool. This is what I want to see as well, as more scenarios with F-18s and MiGs and giant scale carrier battles that are somewhat realistic. We will see next a Gibraltar breakthrough run where the Soviets try to go through the, basically past the Rock of Gibraltar and make their way towards the Atlantic that way. I guess this guy's not going to be coming on back then. What do we have here? Lots of other installations here, which we might need to push towards. Oh, look at that. The landscape's actually looking real good here. I was expecting just green or just trees, but it is nice to see fields and roads and trees and whatnot. Very nice. Uh-oh. The Vietnamese are closing in now with some patrol boats. I'd say weapons free. They're sneaking up behind you.
Turn to course 47, LI. Turn to course, hit track 7008.
All right, we're now firing at those patrol boats. Ooh, getting real close to hitting them. Nice.
Contact faded, track 7011.
Something over there smoking. Isn't the exhaust of our ship, is it?
Hit track 7008.
There's our ship there firing. Ooh, nice direct hit.
Bulldog away, track 7007.
Must be the, yes, this is the ship we just destroyed. Huge fireball there. As we now close in on the coast. Very cool to see the MiGs.
Hit track 7007. Turn to course 293.
Oh, and look at that. Little Vietnamese fishing boats here. We'll have to avoid all that. Don't want to mess with them.
Birds away.
Ooh,
Radar
nice.
contact, designate track 7022.
What's going on? I can't tell. I can't get a good angle on this thing. It's an anti-aircraft missile. Is it that cloudy? Well, there's the sun. I'm not sure if we hit anything. Back to the Oklahoma then. We can go ahead and close in on the coast and start making a coastal attack.
New ESM contact bearing, designate track 7023. Track 7009 is classified hostile radar. New ESM contact bearing, designate track 7024.
Now this music's very good.
001 is classified hostile building. Track 70.
Oh yeah, now we're getting classified.
Hostile building.
There we go. Yeah, we're getting things like farms and power plants.
Hit track 7023.
installations of various types. Fuel reserves. There we go. Now, what would be really cool is to go to the Battle of, well, the Iraqi invasion of Kuwait and do Baghdad 91 runs, aka basically bringing out the big O, what was it, the Missouri? Firing off. Oh yeah, enemy doesn't stand a chance. Look at that. We've sunk all their patrol boats.
New visual contact. Designate track 7026. We're hit. New visual contact. Designate track 7027.
They may have coastal guns out there. Oh, look at that. Yeah, take that, wagon. Towed radar. Oh, look at this. We're hitting their oil. Wow, all their fuel reserves, oil reserves, all being hit. More there. And a facility here, maybe like a, I don't know, a farm, bunker, power plant. Could be an oil power plant, could be a military base, who knows. They do have artillery guns firing out there in the field. So I can't exactly see what they are. These could be coastal installations. But it looks like for the most part we got them.
Turn to course 317.
Very cool.
Oh my.
And now a mission for the Soviets to run through the Strait of Gibraltar. Yeah, crazy. Obviously, completely fictional, as they would have to go a very long way through NATO partners in order to reach this point, but still very cool that that is the run here. So we're basically trying to get all the way through to clear waters here to meet up with an SSN. Well, clear waters is in, like, you know, the safe zone, the mission complete zone. So navigate with the carrier and the escort fleet and do so safely. And good luck. We do have some aircraft ready to go, it looks like. And we could probably launch them if we wanted to. Oh, yes. We could launch some MiGs on patrol. Oh, we got a few different helicopters, too. And we could probably modify their loadout. Pretty damn cool to see what could happen here. My favorite thing to do in cold waters was usually to take command of a submarine and then go, obviously it was always submarines, and go against an enemy carrier or the Kirov or whatever class was the biggest at the time in the game, and just basically sink those. Always a big satisfying thing to do there. Now 5 a.m. Or I'm just gonna let them do whatever, you know, just let them do their thing. Oh, that music is perfect. It's like the Hunt for Red October. Oh, and they've found us. Now, I wonder, as the carrier, if it would be a good idea or not to basically launch aircraft. We'll have to see exactly what we have for our aircraft to go out on patrol, intercept long range. That's great. You can set them up that way. So this game does easily have a way to basically go through and set up a any sort of run that you need. So like heavy CAS or ferry strike missions, and then it'll set up their cargo too, or their payload along with them. Very cool. Or assign multiple aircraft to do like a patrol or protection of the carrier. We're so dead. They're going to have so much stuff out there. This is supposed to be the hardest mission currently available in this build, and it would be hilarious if we just walked away and, and like somehow got through, avoided multiple torpedoes and anti-ship missiles. But there's no way we're going to avoid this. No way. No, oh wow, that was quite the tight turn. He must have pulled the e-brake on that one. A little drifting. Oh, that looks so cool.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер 7000.
New intel received.
Цель
7008.
опознана как
Вражеский.
Oh boy.
цель
7009.
опознана как
Вражеский. Самолет.
потерян контакт с целью.
7009.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7008.
Акустический контакт.
All right, boys, get ready to fight your way through. I'm setting everybody weapons free.
7010.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7010.
I wonder also if the AI could take control of a carrier and launch aircraft for you while you were micromanaging some of the other ships. It is entirely possible to take command of a ship and give it all the orders. For navigation and for weapons systems. There's no way. There's going to be a submarine around here at some point. There's got to be.
Roger, RTB.
Ooh.
Roger, RTB.
He's leaving? No.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер
7015.
Uh-oh.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер
7000.
Oh boy.
потерян контакт с целью.
7000.
Roger, RTB.
Such great music for this section. I wanted to see how many aircraft come in, how many times they try to sting us. We're at times 100,
Обнаружен
traveling at
электромагнитный
18
сигнал.
knots.
Контакту присвоен номер
7019.
потерян контакт с целью.
7019.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7017.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер
7020.
No real attempts to stop us?
цель.
7020.
Опознана как
Нейтральное судно.
потерян контакт с целью.
7020.
Wow. We'll see if we can make it.
1040.
Yeah, okay, now they're trying something. We got helicopters inbound.
44.
Потерян контакт с...
Обнаружены множественные контакты.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал.
As we get a little closer,
Присвоен номер
7049.
merchant ships nearby.
сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер
Uh-oh.
7050.
потерян контакт с целью.
7
British Airlines passing by.
7
Потерян контакт с целью.
7048.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7049.
Oh boy.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7050.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
Обнаружены множественные контакты.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
7066. Обнаружены множественные контакты.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
7070.
Okay, so far so good.
Потерян контакт с целью.
Well, now it begins. We've just started to fire some of our first missiles at the enemy. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, my torpedo friend again. Oh. Yeah. Looks like we got enemy helicopters up. That AWACS still up there. Probably more aircraft on the way and ships too.
Цель.
7, 1, 8, 0,
Цель.
7180.
Опознано как.
Вражеский корабль.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7183.
We got missiles coming in. We fired these, but I'm not sure where the hell they came from.
Номер.
7185.
Oh, that'd be where.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
7006.
We had a friend with us, the Slava.
Акустический контакт. Контакту присвоен номер.
7187.
All right, looks like we might be trying to hit the atoms here with a couple of maybe torpedoes here.
7188.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7185.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
7000.
Yep. Hell of a torpedo hit. A flying torpedo.
6.
Is that a thing?
С целью.
7000.
Wow, all right, well,
53.
enemy ship destroyed. Adams is down.
Контакту присвоен номер.
7190.
One of them.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал.
Wow, look at that.
Присвоен номер.
7192.
Потерян контакт с целью.
More missiles coming towards us now.
71.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7193.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7.
Ракета выпущена. Цель.
7. 1. 8.
Incoming missile.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7194.
Ooh, that was a missile that just passed by too.
Цель.
7. 1. 7. 6.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
7197.
Carrier seems to be launching some weapons.
Ракета выпущена. Цель.
7. 1.
Will they hit the carrier?
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакт. Цель.
7.
Commander, you have hit a civilian target. This is unacceptable. I didn't do a damn thing. Or your score will go down. What the hell do Soviets care about civilian casualties? Alright, nice. Well, we did hit that,
Потерян контакт с целью.
7198.
2 ships here.
Потерян контакт
Nice.
с целью.
Oh, that was the civilian one. Oops.
199.
Зуб запущен.
Alright, well, they were literally next door to each other.
0.
Look at how close they are.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
Oh boy, it begins.
Множественные вражеские.
Wow, here it comes. All the missiles in the world.
Цель. Множественные
Look at that.
цели. Потерян контакт с целью.
7180.
Truly is combat in the missile age.
Зуб запущена.
Will the carrier get hit?
Цели.
Oh man, they're launching so many. And so are we.
Зуб запущена. Цель.
7. 2. 1. 0.
Потерян контакт с целью.
Oh, they're so close to the carrier.
216.
Зуб запущен. Цель.
7. 2. 0. 9.
Обнаружен электромагнитный
Wow.
сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
There's way more than that heading for the carrier.
Цель.
7.
Цель.
7180.
Close-in weapon systems firing off. I believe that will be a hit.
7000.
Зуб запущен. Множественные враждебные цели. Потерян контакт. Получение попадания. Новый визуальный контакт.
The hell?
Присвоен номер. Получение попадания.
I was far off. The carrier does seem to have gotten hit. No, maybe not.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7236.
Hell, they have a chance to do this.
7237.
Ooh, little chopper out here. That's one of them that fired off a bunch of missiles. This guy.
7255.
Looks like he has some torpedoes too.
0.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7000.
Цель
7180.
поражена. Зуб запущен. Цель.
7, 2, 2, 0.
Потерян контакт с целью.
All right, there's more
7250.
aircraft out there.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
7000.
Зуб запущена. Цель.
They're getting very close with their missiles.
7.
Потерян контакт с целью.
That'll be a hit. Yep, they definitely stopped that one.
Потерян контакт с целью. Цель.
7255.
Helicopter there, and it looks like maybe
7000.
wow,
Зуб запущена. Цель.
some radar
2, 6.
towers or something.
Зуб запущена. Цель.
7.
Зуб запущена. Потерян множественные враждебные цели. Цель.
7, 2, 6, 4.
Обнаружен электромагнитный зуб запущена.
Missile ship is doing a lot of firing here.
6, 8.
Зуб запущена. Цель.
About to take a hit here, I think, and possibly be sunk.
Зуб запущена.
Too much for its systems.
7, 2.
Получили попадание. Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер.
What? Wow, it just
Цели.
went off to the starboard side there. Look at this thing firing off missiles. That's crazy.
Зуб запущена. Цель.
7,
Look at the missiles.
2, 8, 8.
Зуб запущена. Цель.
7,
Обнаружен множественный контакт. Получили попадание. Потерян контакт с целью.
7000. 2,
More missiles are away.
Цель.
7, 2, 9, 1.
Потерян контакт с
All
целью.
so many different types.
Зуб запущена. Потерян контакт с целью.
7000.
Зуб запущена. Цель.
7, 2, 6, 7,
Зуб запущена. Цель.
7, 3,
I think we have a chance here.
0.
Now, it is possible that the enemy could, with this aircraft up, have all sorts of different, anti-ship weapons along the coast. We have successfully defeated the enemy's ships a few times.
2, 7, 9.
Обнаружен
Yep, especially that super hostile, merchant ship.
7000. 3,
Цель.
1004.
Поражена. Потерян контакт с... Зуб запущена. Цель.
7, 3, 2, 0.
Потерян
Wow,
контакт
it's
с
holding its
целью.
own, man. I'm not even doing a damn thing.
293.
Множественные враждебные цели.
Insane missiles coming in.
3, 2, 6.
Ah, there we go. Well,
Потерян контакт.
light damage, it looked like.
Цель.
1001.
Обнаружен. Зуб запущена. Цель.
7, 3,
Множественные враждебные цели. Зуб запущена. Получили попадание. Зуб
And that
запущена.
carrier is pissed off.
7, 3, 3.
Who knows?
3,
Получили попадание. Цель.
7, 3, 3, 3.
Обнаружен электромагнитный.
Wow, that is cool as hell to see, though.
Потерян контакт с целью.
7340.
Обнаружен электромагнитный.
Well, they've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. They are eastbound and down, loaded up and being commies, doing what they say can't be done.
7,
Look at all those different points of damage, too. There's, wow. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw fire on board, too, that had to be fought by the crews.
7,
And would also be interesting to see if there could be,
7.
crash landings where the same thing would happen as well.
Присвоен номер.
I'm going to go ahead and say that we're probably good on this one. We're going to break through, no problem. But we are out of time for our first look at Sea Power. I'm certainly excited to bring more of this game to you, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell, hit that like button, and let me know if you want to see some more. We certainly have a lot more to get into on this one, as we can only scratch the surface, get it, like surface vessels, for a game that just seems really, really fun and has a hell of a lot going on. I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Didn't even take a scratch. That's what we'll say in the newspapers, and those are always true.
Нейтральный.
Good job, comrade.
Самолет.
You have won.
Обнаружен электромагнитный сигнал. Контакту присвоен номер